Hi and welcome to my channel Buying Time with Mike or Mikey, whatever you want to call me. Today, I just want to touch on how close I have been over the last couple of weeks to picking up the bottle and drinking again. I don't know why. I think with recovery is different for everybody, alright? For me, for almost in August this year, it'll be 3 years since I've been clean from drink and prescription medication, and I've not really been as close as what I am at the minute to relapsing, and I don't know why. Like, we've had a couple of bad things, but they're all first world problems. It's not as though this is like life or death situations. I've had daft things happen, like my youngest lad is being an arsehole at the minute at school, talking to his mum like she's shit off his shoe. It's bang out of order, but look, that's what he does. We try and discipline it out of him. My oldest son keeps he's doing alright one minute, and then he keeps slipping off the wagon the next, and I'm just trying my best to keep him on the straight and narrow at the moment, trying to teach him how to spend his money properly, trying to save for investment. I want him on the housing ladder as soon as possible, keep him on the straight and narrow, keep him paying bills every month, keep him in work. Look, there you go, there's the kids. The two girls are doing great, and every cloud does have its silver lining. Eloisa and Phoebe doing really well at school, lovely to be around, just nice kids. I'm sure it'll change, but there you go. Car giving us trouble. Back in the day, I just pulled it apart and sorted it out. But wild horses won't drag me back to doing it. I just hate it. So yeah, car broke down, lost about 8 grand, something like that in value overnight. So we've had to trade it in against something else. Again, it's a first world problem, but it's something I didn't need. So we're paying for another car now, another one that I can't afford. Anyway, it's stuff like that. There's a couple of other little bits of financial worries. I'm not working at the moment. Sorry, I'm hoping I'm not boring you here, but I'm not working at the moment. I'm trying to find a job, and I've just recently started a course for to be like a social worker, a counsellor, I think it is. Why? The reason being is, I have a great mentor in somebody called Tim from my drug and alcohol treatment centre, and he sort of inspires me to reach out and help other people in the right setting with the right skills. You can't change people's fortunes, or you can't change their life, but you can give them the skills that they need, to you can give them the skills that they will use to improve their life, if you understand what I mean. I started the course yesterday. It was a full day, 10 till 4. Learned a couple of bits and pieces just on the first day, and the guy just said there might not be a job at the end of this, but like personal development wise, you know, you'll be much better. So yeah, I'm on this new journey. I've no idea where it's going to end up. It isn't paying the bills, let me tell you that for nothing. So you know, it's it's a bit of a worry, but that's the sort of field of work I'd like to go into. You know, something that's quite rewarding. That's all I want, guys. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to go to work to enjoy myself, or enjoy what I do for a living. I don't know how to put it, but you know, working in the motor trade, you're an absolute slave to the ramp. You know, you clock in, and then they're monitoring every minute that you're there, every second of every minute that you are there. You need to be productive. Yeah, you've got to be 110%, 120% efficient in order to receive like a paltry bonus. And in my line of work, where I actually fix cars for a living, do you know what I mean? I didn't just spin filters and all the rest of it. No, I was fixing them. And could I earn a crust at it? Not in my day job. Outside of work, yeah. I could buy a car tomorrow off eBay, spares and repairs, tow it back, repair the job, you know, put a ticket on it and sell it. Well, I've done all that. I did all of that years ago in my youth. You know, I'm 40 this year. I'm just not as agile as what I used to be, and the sort of ambition isn't there anymore. You know, I used to enjoy it, I think, but not anymore. And I could walk into a job tomorrow. I've got to, like I say, look at the first video. That first video that I made was me leaving a job that had been in for 4 days because I just didn't want to do it. You know, life is funny, innit? Sometimes it really is. You might think that these little things, these little issues aren't big issues, and they're not. I say the first world problems. Do you know what I mean? If you take the problems that I'm having and then translate them over to like a third world country and the problems that individuals are having in them countries, we're not even on the same level. Do you know what I mean? We have a very, very good life in the UK. You know, it is what it is. But you know, I just can't seem to get my foot in. I don't know what it is I want to do. You know, like I said, I've started this course, let's give it a go, let's see where it ends up, but it isn't going to pay my bills at the moment, you know, and like the thumbnail shows, and this close, see it? That close at the moment to completely going. What am I going to do, mate? You know what I mean? What am I going to do? Look, I'll in the next couple of days I've got a new car coming, and I'm still job hunting, as I say. I'll keep you updated with anything that sort of happens, and yeah, I'll keep chiming in every now and again. Look after yourselves, look after your family, try your best. You know, if you're unhappy, change things. You know, I was in a relationship for 10 years and I hated it. She was so abusive to me. I had no way out, you know, and I changed it. You know, so sometimes when even things are hard and I am that close, you know, I do sort of talk to my partner, and she, you know, she can put my mind at rest a lot of the time. You know, even if I opened a single bottle or a can of lager, that'd be it. I'd be gone. You know, I'd find it very hard to stop, and that's the problem. You know, I've got cirrhosis of the liver, portal hypertension, type 2 diabetes, really bad neuropathy. That's just the damage from the drink. beautiful day. See what the day brings. Good night, God bless, look after yourselves, take care, peace out.